What up, y'all? What up? I know it's late. I should stop screaming. But, I had a long day. I just want to do a little quick check in. What up, that 504? I know there's a lot of people probably going to drop in that's in the clouds. I know, hey, Jay Wilson, we know you up in here, all that. But we just had a couple things, to cover. If you got to go under your troll page to drop down or whatever, do whatever you got to do. But yeah, it was a lot going on in the last day. We know Jay Wilson had to take him a little break because he told everybody he was going to have his breakfast with his friends and family. And so there was a few things that kind of caught me to where I was like, I just want to talk about it for just a quick second. Just a quick second. And a couple things going to be a little bit of a trip down memory lane, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and drop this down just in case. But, let me see. Y'all know I'm like learning. But yeah, boom. What up, Detach Myself? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. It was just like I had to like do a purge. I had to do a purge because first of all, we could just start with this. This is one of the reasons I had to purge. I just had this up in my
I never got why people needed porn to have sex. So somebody was like, "You got porn?" And I'm like, "I am the porn." Hello. I, I don't.
Okay, because there's just too much going on. There is too much going on. This man is delirious. And I'm glad I went ahead and just played that for the intro because I got some other things I need to upload into the street. I have too many videos in here. But there's a couple things I just want to start with. First of all, I'm just going to start with some of the things, just, random stuff. So I just want to bring up, wow, people might be coming in. I know a lot of people going to catch the replay. It's late, it's everything. But does anybody, I know Uppity referenced previously when this all first came up to Jay Wilson when all this was floating. I think one of the first things I put up that people saw was him in that church outfit running around. So I mean, I just wanted to bring back up because I already had it in my camera roll today that Uppity did go up and told him, did you see this? Now is this how I pin it? Is that how I pin it? I don't know. Hopefully that is. Okay, hopefully that's how I pin it. But anyway, this is the day that it originally got called out. But we're gonna talk about some stuff he said today. We're gonna talk about how he tried to act like the person he was speaking to earlier was Mark. And he tried to He let the jump run for like minutes after he said he was leaving because he wanted people to believe that it was Mark in the background. Yes, don't watch him. Starve him. Starve him. Starve him out. He don't need nobody watching him because that's how he get his nonprofit money. But this is the day everybody like try to call him out. I remember the day I seen it, but this is one that I just had to run it back real quick before we get into the rest of it.
And then now they came up with a video of you. Is that
Uh-uh.
because you was singing like I was singing on your live that day? Remember I was trying to sing on your live? You was
Hmm.
singing like I was singing on your live that day. Did you
Hmm.
see that video?
I'm serious. I don't really watch people anymore. I just come on and do my show because
You,
again, I am the
well, you had like
content.
a pink Easter suit on. It was like you had like pink, like all the Easter
Uh-huh.
colors.
Okay. I
And
remember it
you
might
was
have been
singing.
checkerboard.
You was like, "Come
Hmm.
on, church." It was like a lady in
Hmm.
the background. She had like a black and silver gown on.
Okay.
Yeah, but they just posted it. I don't know if you saw it, but I ain't
Mm-mm.
mad at it. Yeah, I ain't mad
I'm
at
not
it.
either. I mean, I'm not either. I mean, you don't see me mad. I just don't watch other people. I just make my content and move on. I mean,
But you don't
I
remember the
yeah.
circumstances though,
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
because it was you in the flesh. You definitely can't deny it. But I'm just saying. But anyway, we're gonna get past that as well.
Okay. Well, I don't know
Because
what
at
I
the end
mean.
of the
I
day,
don't know
no,
what
but
it
you know
is.
what, Juicy? I really like
Mm-hmm.
you, Juicy.
Yeah,
And I
but
don't want
let me say
anybody
something.
putting Catherine
Let me
on
say
you.
something.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
but like I said, uppity, I don't watch these people. I see again. I need funny content. I need somebody who is upbeat and not vindictive and nasty.
And can y'all believe his nerve? He don't want somebody that's vindictive and just nasty. He need, funny content and all that, which makes it even better because I get to pull back some of this stuff out of here. So there was he made this comment today when he was talking about how he don't talk about nobody, he don't worry about nobody, he don't like all this mess and stuff, and how, if he talk about you, you just might be, somebody on the docket. I just wanted to bring up that comment and then bring up a couple things that I just want to bring to everybody attention. So this is what he said. First of all,
I might have a season where you might be on the docket, but that's not every day because I'm not obsessed with folk like that.
now this is a short, very, very short. I'm gonna take this out. It's a very, very short part, but keep that in mind when I play you this that's coming up right here. What up? Good morning, Soul Sister Number One Show. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Now this is what Let me pull these up. Oh no, I think I have these in here too. Okay, so you don't worry about anybody. You're not worried about anybody. But what's this? What's this? This is just Rico. I mean, this is just Ness. This is just Ness. This is all the videos. This ain't even just the ones he talked about this when he was just, going in on other videos and stuff. This is just videos with Ness in the title. You don't talk about nobody. You don't be worried about nobody. This is literally what you do all day and night. This is just you worried about Rico, just video after video after video. This is just in the title. We know how often it's something else. And then he just starts talking about people. And then Tommy, how many times you just going in making your content about somebody else and you talking about that you can sustain all this stuff on your own and all of that? You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. That's why you always in there talking about somebody else when you got your own stuff to address. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things to talk about. There's so many. See, let me see what this is. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up two more real quick that just kind of came, was just striking me today as he was talking about everything. I'm like, this nigga really, really tries to push it. So, oh, this is a good flashback. So, one thing we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about how. Hold on, let me pull it back out. I don't want to go right to stage. Okay, I can add this to stage. So this was from not too long ago when he was all infatuated with all the men in the sector as he is every day. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to Castro, but I just want to bring this attention. This whole thing with the coffee cup and the thermos and the liquor and all that allegedly, it's not new. So all that little, rigmarole he doing about that, let's just y'all look at this and tell me, do y'all think in this moment, this is not the only clip from that time, but tell me if you think in this moment this ain't been going on for a minute.
Are you either? But at the same time, I was trying to give you an olive branch. I was, but if you don't want to take it, you don't want to take it because I don't force nobody to be my friend at all. Either you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Cool.
Mm. So now, so is the man still at your place?
Ain't no damn friends on YouTube.
Hold on. Is that your house or is the man house? Is that your uncle house or your man house?
He's so messy, Jay Wilson. No, I'm at his house.
Oh, okay then, because I knew you were gonna be sleeping up in your uncle's house.
You were having the time of your life with these men. You were having the time of your life when you thought that you could sit up there and listen and flirt and lust after them, and you ain't in nobody's business. You ain't talking under nobody's clothes. You ain't worried about what nobody doing. But how is that the case when? And we ain't even going. There's two things in this next clip. First of all, you always worried about what everybody else got going on. Secondly, you was definitely on there talking about Brian Cullen and all this other stuff, but how can you say that laying in the bed by yourself when you're supposed to be in this long relationship? This blew me.
Why y'all do that? Y'all mean.
Drinking. Drinking in the middle of the night.
Hershey, stop. Hershey said, Big Brian, it sounds like you are upset because you don't have a man. Girl, it's cold outside. Have somebody look cuddle with and stuff. Hold on for me, yo. Now, Castro, how long you gonna have that man? Is that only for one night, man? Or is it? Yeah, girl, please. I have quite a few actually. Where are they, honey? Let me stop.
Yeah, let you stop. Because first of all, we don't see your man while you was all, first of all, you making claims about people cuddling and you don't have nobody besides you to cuddle with. And when you pulled that today, let's see, where is it? This may be it right here, because he talked today about his plans. He was going to a memorial service, probably something he got, to sing at or something. Was probably meeting up with some people that were also singing or some musicians or something like that. But then the thing that got me was he told his plans. He said he was going out to eat breakfast with, friends or family. Did not mention any Boo. Did not mention anything that he was going to be doing with Boo, other half. None of those mentions. Said he was going to meet with friends and family for the memorial service. And then later he was going to be meeting with an old friend from high school and stuff. He's been doing that a lot lately because he knows everybody been talking about how he don't have no friends and he ain't close with family and stuff. So he going to this memorial service today. Now I know he's stuck, and I know he in this chat too because he can't get online, because I already told him I'm gonna be checking to see is you doing the stuff that you said that you was gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? You said you had all these plans, so these are the plans. And then I want to say at the end, I have the part where he tried to act like Mark is there. Now, I did a lot of digging and I did a lot of looking today. And I can guarantee for a fact that Mark was not there, first of all. But secondly, it was how he was saying bye. He always gets off of camera when he's pulling up to work, food, Boo, other half, any of that. That's when his camera go off. He gonna show you everything else. He want to show you everything else he doing, how he living and all this stuff. But why is it that you always go off camera when you doing anything that you don't have any sort of proof or evidence for? And I'm telling y'all, I already addressed this situation because I knew somebody wouldn't be happy with somebody running around on YouTube claiming they buying them rings and been with them for all these years and all this stuff when they ain't got no clue about it. So this is the one I believe, this is definitely from today. But we gonna watch it and we gonna see if that's what's happening in this one.
I'm driving and getting ready to eat breakfast with friends and family before we go to this memorial service. This weekend, I have a high school friend that we're going to get together later on this evening, and we're going to go eat dinner. So I am excited about that, all the way from Florida. So we're going to do that. I'm just happy that when people get in town, we can really just chop it up, have a great time, laugh, reminisce. Well, look, you all, I'm heading out. Got a few things to do. So let me go ahead and do those things, and I will talk to you all later on.
Now he says he gonna talk to everybody later on, but watch, this is all still going. This is all still going while he said he gonna talk to people later on because he waiting for some more like interaction so he can have somebody. So I like skip through. I skip through. I'm like, okay, he trying to obviously prove there's somebody else in the background. It first of all, it's not Mark. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But this is just all still going on while he got this pause. This is still after he said, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. This is how desperate this man is. Here you go. I wanted to catch everything. I just got tired of the dead space. I'm
Okay,
like,
y'all. Lord, he talked to the dog. Anyway, oh, y'all take care, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace and love. Bye.
and then he stays on longer because he want everybody to hear this like background noise that he's putting together, and there is no Mark there. I'm telling y'all, that's why the whole way over there he wasn't talking about, well, I'm going to, me and Boo are going, we're going. Either he was meeting with people that's doing the singing with him at the memorial service, or the friends and family he referenced. But the only reason he ain't been on tonight is because he said earlier that he was gonna be meeting up with somebody from high school. You know what I'm saying? And then puts all of these, that's what narcissists do. They put all these elements that they know of, that people that actually have friends and emotions and feelings and sort of like a circle around them, what they would say. And then he says those things because we know for facts he do not be having these people around him, and he want to show us every little snippet of everything, but never anything that is actually people surrounding him for any reason other than maybe singing with the mass choir. And we see how much that disintegrated and how quickly that disintegrated. A couple other things. Well, I'll take some of these things out of the studio so we can look at some more stuff. So, you talked about the season of the docket. This was another thing that blew me. So you talking about how you go to work and people give to you because you go to work. You didn't even start acting like you was going to work to the past 2 weeks when people was checking you about your times and being in the car and driving around and not actually having time to be doing work and doing this at the same time. Like it was two of them. Let's see which one this one is. But yeah, let's listen. Let's listen.
Get at me because I do what I say and I say what I do. People see me actually. People actually see me go to work Monday through Friday. No weekends. So I don't know. I mean, and that's the thing. When people see that you work and that you do what you got to do and you hustle, people don't mind giving you nothing. It's the people who don't do nothing and they feel entitled to your money. I don't feel entitled to nobody's money.
Pay attention.
I don't feel entitled to nobody's money. I don't. And I don't cuss folk out if they don't give to me. Let me tell you something, ho. Send me fucking $50 or shut the fuck up. Do you understand me? Now, don't tell me I'm ungrateful. I told you. Don't fuck with me. I don't need that. Now, if you're not going to do what I fucking told you the first time, then take your money and shove it up your ass. But don't come and talk to me like that. Fuck you and fuck your money. Now, I told you, don't send me no fucking dollar. Bitch, who do you think I am? You send me some money, ho. and send me some money on a different cash app, and I will unblock you. Until then, shut the fuck up. All right. This bitch, and if you keep on, I'll block you from this.
You don't cuss nobody out?
Trying to get some attention. Ho, send the money. Let the money do the talking and all, and then I'll do the walking.
So you don't cuss nobody out for sending you money, for not sending you enough money, but that's you. That's you as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly who you are. That's exactly who you are. Let me see if this is the other one right here.
People see me actually. People actually see me no weekends. You do what you gotta do and you hustle. People don't mind giving you nothing. It's the people who don't do nothing and they feel entitled to your money. I don't feel
it might be the same one. I might have the same one up. But yeah, like how you gonna sit up here and say that? And then he tried to take a little dig. Yeah, wow. He snapped. And that's the thing. Like I'm wondering why there's not like address of his contradiction. He does all this slick sly shit like, oh yeah, I don't talk about anybody, but either you talk about him as a coward or you try to get your chat to talk about him and then you kind of like tag along that. And another thing for his chat, like that chat, yeah, that joint is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, a lot of people never heard it. Have a good night. Have a wonderful night. Good night, Davna. Yeah, so you sitting up here and you like going in on people for not sending you enough money. You're saying that you don't ask for money, you don't beg for money, and at the same time, even today, he was talking about the back to school challenge. He was talking about anybody and everybody begging, in his opinion, when he doesn't see it. Try to fraudulently act like somebody was there. Well, I mean, somebody was obviously there, but it wasn't Mark. I can guarantee you that 110,000% it wasn't him. And then there was this other video he did today, which nobody wants to bring up the tire situation again. But you brought this up today, and you said that you did not, like everything was paid for, all this. What really happened, if you look back on the timeline, is he thought he just needed tires done. He went to the place to get the tires done and found out that he also had to get an alignment. That's why he didn't have the money. When he first came on and was just talking about the tires, he was fine. He wasn't begging. He wasn't all that. Once he went to the place and found out that for somebody riding around all day and all night in the car, which he talks so much shit about keeping his cars and his things up, and you in the car more than anybody else, and you didn't go get an alignment on your tires, you didn't think that you would need an alignment on your tires, you don't keep up with your shit, you don't take care of your shit, but you talk about everybody else, you actually do not take care of your shit that you sitting around riding around in the car all day for, telling us you going to work. You just started going to work in the last 2 weeks. We didn't see you online all day and all night shopping and everything when you getting money from people. But now you saying that this is because it was already paid for. If it was already paid for, why was it the second day after you found out you had to pay for an alignment too that you started begging for the money? That's the thing. You try to put little tiny little morsels of the truth in there, and then you take away all the other facts that you already told us. You take away all the other facts. This is what he
looking for tires. Baby, the tires were already purchased. Niece, you late. But the people gave, they said, here, Jay, here's to put some of these on your tires. Put some of these on your tires. Because again, the tires were already paid for. And the people saw me strategically not getting played by discount tires. They saw how I strategically did research to save some money and not get swindled. See, that's the difference. So don't let nobody make you feel bad. And she to pay for it. But if you want to contribute, you can. But it's already paid for. Because that's the kind of crisis I'm in. Bless me. With Jay helping Jay get his tire, it's his 2 tires and his alignment. You can't. It's already paid for, but I appreciate y'all if y'all want to bless. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Patricia. The high place. Thank God for another car in the garage, and it's already paid for. And some people sending some money for the 2 tires and an alignment.
And even though it's already paid for, folks say, let me go ahead and bless you, because you done blessed me. If you can get your mindset, it ain't begging, it's blessing. If you can get your mindset, it ain't begging, it's blessing. It ain't begging, it's just doing what you need to do. Because it's already paid for.
Are you trying to convince us or yourself? You absolutely did not have it paid for. Hey, Lady Nika, thank you so much for coming by. You know, I just had to purge, get some stuff out of my chest. You sitting up here saying that it's already paid for, but I watched the timeline of what happened. It was not paid for. You thought she was just going to pay for tires. And you the same person that even when somebody was going out of town, anytime somebody was doing something else, you were like, just pay a little bit more money. If you just pay a little bit more money, you can get a plane ticket. If you just pay a little bit more money, you can go ahead and get this like hotel taken care of. If you pay a little bit, why can't you pay a little bit more money for something that you sitting in all day, all night, every day, every night? But you tell everybody else they're begging and try to act like you're not sitting up here begging every day. You beg for mashed potatoes. You beg for your Thanksgiving dinner. You beg for everything you've ever had going on this app, and that little slick shade you be doing is the same as the slick begging. You do it at the same time, the same as the slick purging everybody in your chat to talk shit about everybody else, and then they got to deal with the bullshit. And then he tried to throw a little shade at me. He was trying to throw a little shade at me. I think also at Ness as well, saying, "Oh, people think because they got some knowledge, it's powerful." I absolutely do. I absolutely do. And not the dean of students telling people that they think that knowledge is powerful and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you got something. This is literally what he said. And then when he was talking about his tire being all jacked up that he couldn't afford to pay for all the things that came with it, then all of a sudden knowledge is power. It's the contradiction for me.
As well, but I'm like, whatever, okay, whatever. If it makes you feel powerful, and I think that's what a lot of this is, because a lot of people don't have power in their own personal life, and they use YouTube and this as their power. I'm just being real. Is power, you all. Knowledge is power. Research is power.
Sure is.
Hey, Hershey. Some things happen, but knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I already know that I need to get an alignment, and that's why the tires are doing what they're doing. Not a problem. Got that. Baby, knowledge is power. All I'm saying is knowledge is power. Now, let me say this about what people are saying. Baby, I don't give a damn about what people are saying. So the people did not show up. And let me say this B-sector thing has always been extra income. It is a show. It is something I do. I click off and I live real life. I'm on right now because to me, it's no different than Tom Joyner or Cheryl Underwood doing this net or Ricky Smiley morning show.
Why do you think that you are Ricky Smiley and Tom Joyner and Cheryl Underwood? You are not. Hey, Contagious Garden, how you doing, boo? How are you? It's crazy. Like, that's the whole, I don't know, the roundabout. And then the fact that the last thing I want to talk about before I get out is just these people that's in his chat that just keep trying. First of all, this one lady, let me see what her name is, because she's also following me, which is just bizarre to me. But she had her motherfucking nerve to come on my page and be dumb enough to be looking at a post that literally addressed the same bullshit she was talking about and say, "Oh, well, you don't need to stop using his image," put it in all caps, telling me to stop using his image. I'm just saying, basically talking about the strike. And I tried to tell her, bitch, that's why the strike didn't work. Do you not see the video that he struck, that he's so embarrassed about, that he deleted and blacked out all of his visuals from his own video is back? Because he lied, because he false struck me, because he never copyright registered that stuff, because he ain't shit, because he's a liar, because he always sit up here and strike people pages and sit up here and spend all his free time going through and trying to strike people that's embarrassing him. If you didn't give a fuck about it, you wouldn't have cleared it out in your own page. If you didn't give a fuck about it, you wouldn't keep talking about it every time you turn around. You talk about me more than you don't talk about me, nigga. You always talking about me. You always in there addressing comments, trying to call shit out, trying to do little dry ass threats like somebody give a fuck or scared of you at all. You're nothing to be scared of. Talking about, oh, I hope I don't have to go further and press legal charges. Baby, please do. Please let somebody see all the bullshit you've been up to on the internet. Please let it be a bigger motherfucking deal. Please try me. Please. And then he talks about everybody else being two-faced. It's his whole excuse. It's why he feel like he can keep stringing people along. And the same people he talking about giving him all the shit he bought. When did we see it after he bought it? Never. It took him forever to show. I don't know if it was the printer or the shredder, but people was asking to see it. He would not show that shit. Then one day he showed it. Probably picked it up and then brought it back. Never showed it again. You know what I'm saying? All his stories be overlapping. You talking about the day somebody came and told you the water was cut off, and then you asking people for a water heater, and then saying that the water heater was already covered by the insurance, and you just need it. You need everything you come on here and beg for. You don't have anything else going on. You try to talk shit about people that you couldn't even get in the same room as. That's the bullshit you own. And the stupid ass motherfuckers in your chat, they really gonna have another thing coming. First of all, this whole and then Divine Starlight, all them be just sitting there lying, saying shit that ain't never fucking happened. If you bout that shit, come over here and be about that shit and say what the fuck you gotta say. Don't be no bitch in the chat talking shit. Nothing to back it up, and don't be the dumb bitch coming over here, first of all, following me, and then trying to talk some bullshit in my comments, and you ain't even looking at the shit you commenting on. I already got the shit laid out here. You talking about the automatic button still. When it's all kind of proof on here, I done showed y'all about the difference between manual and automatic. All the shit I done dug up and gave you. You don't want information. That's why you follow a motherfucker like that. That's why you follow somebody that don't give you no information, somebody that don't want you to know anything for yourself or think for yourself or know any better. That's why you follow a motherfucker that lets you be ostracized and sit in that chat and talk shit about people when he wanted you to talk and scroll through and pick the shit he wants to highlight because he wanted to talk shit about the person anyway. And that's the motherfucker you follow. Shit fucked up in your head too. A half of y'all might be playing in his face, but the other half of y'all just some dumbass motherfuckers. And y'all ain't about shit either. And you ain't gonna come over here and say shit to me, do nothing to me, shake shit over here, shake a motherfucking table. You ain't shit, and neither is your motherfucking pastor. You the type of motherfucker that sit up there and people come to you and tell you some shit going on. You say that they always be lying, they don't know what they talking about. You that type of weird ass fucking adult following behind a motherfucker like that. And everything you ask people to prove, Jay Wilson, is shit that you can't prove. Why you in the NAU videos talking about finishing your business degree? Where did you not finish that shit from? Why you overlooking all the details of the shit that you be in here saying? Like at the end of the day, you gonna learn your motherfucking lesson. You got the right motherfucking one. Cause it ain't nothing about me no ways tired. I be busy, I be working, I be doing what the fuck I gotta do, but I ain't tired of being on your ass. And every day that you get on here, tell another lie, tell another deception, manipulate people, be in people's pockets, turn your back on people, and then try to switch it like people love you one day, and then they turn their back on you. No, you be mad because people contradict what the fuck you doing and what you saying and how you digging in people's pocket and robbing people. Anyway, we gonna get off here. I hope I do get in touch with Ness. I know she mentioned doing a live. I was like catching bits and parts of it, and I definitely would love to be on a panel. It's a lot of shit I don't know about, but the shit that I do know about, I'm happy to talk about. And yeah, it's a lot of shit every day. We just it's just some stuff we gotta purge out when we can. And when I heard little snippets today, I had an issue with that shit. And I'm not no punk ass bitch like Jay Wilson, so I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. I'm not worried about him. I'm not scared of him. I'm not threatened by him. He ain't shaking none. He whack as fuck. He wish he could live the life that most of the people he talk about live. And all those insecurities and projections he has are his. Anyway, We will convene at another time. I hope I get to catch y'all somewhere else. Thank y'all so much for stopping by, being in the clouds, wherever you are. I appreciate y'all. Please, if you haven't, check out the video that Jay Wilson wanted to be destroyed, which was the drunk passive video on my lives that he had banned for 10 business days, which is basically 2 weeks. But there's a reason he didn't want nobody to see that shit. But I thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all can have a wonderful weekend and next week as well. And as soon as I find the motherfucking countdown to go out, we'll be about this motherfucker. I don't know if I can find it, but we'll just do one of these. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all.